Alright, y'all, so I'm back for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 6, Episode 7. We started off at the glam shop with Karlie Redd and Ciara. Mariah doesn't work there anymore ever since, her and Shooter got caught slipping. And, pretty much Melissa told Karlie Redd that something, went down at Jocelyn's video shoot. That's why she's down there at the glam shop trying to find out what the fuck is going on. So, Ciara is telling her about the history between her and Lovely Mimi and how they didn't get along. So she thinking Lovely Mimi was just trying to be funny, telling her the information at first, but she immediately texts Shooter and Horiah or whatever to get the 411 to see what was really good. And, of course, Shooter confirmed everything that happened. And Karlie Redd is like, damn, is there any good men left in Atlanta? Or some shit like that. And she's like, and why am I getting caught up in everybody's cheating scandal? Karlie Redd, girl, you live for this shit. Like, fuck out of here. Like, cut the shit, okay? You living for this right now, for this little bit of tea. So anyways, Ciara is pretty much hurt by the both of them, and she's hurt to her core. And every time somebody says something like that, it just reminds me of Season 1 when Mimi said that shit to CBJ about him hurting her to her core or whatever. But it ain't gonna get no better than Mimi, because Mimi sounded like she was going for an Oscar when she said that shit, okay? So anyways, Karlie pretty much tells her to go sit down with Horiah to get her side of the story or whatever. So anyways, we get Waka. He's at the skating rink with Charlie. We all know that ever since he's been with Tammy, he's claimed Charlie as his daughter, even though Charlie is from a previous relationship of Tammy's. He's asking her, how is she doing in PE or whatever, and she's like, I'm still failing it, but I'm passing everything else though. And he's like, how does a kid, fail PE and everything? And she's like, I don't even know how to jump rope. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I ain't never cared for PE like that either, but I always try to make sure I pass PE and everything, even if it was doing the bare minimum, meaning even if I got a C, at least in PE, okay? Like, I made sure I still passed or whatever, especially in high school, because we needed that to graduate. So yeah, so anyways, he's trying to figure out how he could get back in Tammy's good graces or whatever, and he is enlisting Charlie for some help. So he's like, he wants to buy a gift or whatever, and Charlie is like, I mean, Mom has everything or whatever, and she suggests going to a restaurant in Paris, and he's like, we already been there twice or whatever, and she's like, we'll take her to her favorite restaurant, and they talking about some other stuff. Pretty much he's using Charlie as a pawn to get Tammy back or whatever. So anyways, moving on from that, we get Tommy and KK. Tommy is on a new business venture. She's trying to make a wine, and she named it Lay Don or something like that, because, she's a motherfucking Don, the Don Dada. So, yeah, she named it that or whatever. KK shows up, and before I continue, I do want to say, y'all know I ain't care for Tommy last season like that, but I do like her this season. I do like her. I really do like she crazy as hell. She got her shit with her, but I do like her. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. But anyways, KK thinks this is a bad idea. She feels like this does not make any sense at all, considering that Tommy has a drinking problem. And KK feels like, I mean, if you're not drunk, you're not going to be into it or whatever. And Tommy is like, that's the whole point of me selling this shit instead of drinking it. You know what I'm saying? And KK is like, yeah, but we keep on, doing a little sippity sip, then we gonna end up drunk here or whatever. She thinks that Tommy should get some professional help or whatever. Tommy starts getting upset because she thought that, KK was going to be supportive. And she's sitting here saying, I don't have a job. And, I carry everybody on my back and all this other stuff. And KK just trying to tell her the truth. And, Tommy claims that she don't drink every day. And, how I'm going to do all this different stuff, getting my daughters from school and this, that, and the third if I was drunk every day. And KK says, I'm not saying that you're drunk every day, but you drink. You know what I'm saying? Tommy's, getting real defensive at this point or whatever. And, she's like, I'm on motherfucking wine. Like, come on now. Pretty much trying to say, like, bitch, I'm not like no heroin addict or nothing. I'm just on wine and da 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 da. And KK is like, but listen to me. Is wine or alcohol or not? And, you know, Tommy is like, yeah, but, you know, da-da-da-da, or whatever. And KK is like, you know, and KK, you know, has a point. You know, if she didn't have a problem, she wouldn't be getting defensive. You know what I'm saying? And the first part is to really admit that you might have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not getting drunk every day, you know what I'm saying? There's something in you that makes it feels like you need some damn alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Especially you getting into all these fights and this, that, and the third. But anyways, Tommy is telling her about her wine tasting or whatever that her wine tasting event that she's going to have and everything, and how she wants her mom to be there, but, you know, the relationship with her and her mom is, you know, still rocky, of course. And KK, you know, is telling her to, you know, tells her that pretty much she could change this shit with her mom because she only has one mom, da 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 da. Is it me, or is KK really just making sense so far this season? Like, she just really giving us some good advice here. Okay, like, am I the only one that feel that way? Anyways, moving on, we get Waka and Deb Atney. You know, they're having a conversation, and, you know, Waka pretty much talks to, you know, Deb about how, you know, he went to Tammy's house and how she, you know, pretty much threw him the dog's pillow or something like that or whatever. And Deb is like, you know, she's hurt. I'm not going to do Deb's voice right now because I feel like I'm hurt myself trying to do her voice. But, you know, she's like that. You know, Tammy's hurting and everything. And, you know, he's like, I mean, yeah, but, you know, Tammy's stubborn or whatever. And she's like, it's not about being stubborn. You're a repeated offender. And that's true, Walker. You're a repeated offender. You done cheated on this woman multiple times even before you got married and everything. And, like, you know, Deb said, you done placed some insecurity in her now. And she pretty much, you know, and I like the fact that Deb is telling him about himself versus being one of the moms that just feels like her son can do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that she's really telling him about himself and telling him that he needs to get his shit together or let the shit go. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna man the fuck up, let it go. You know, and she's like, on top of that, you ain't bringing nobody else to my motherfucking door either, so you better fix this shit, okay? So, anyways, I'm not gonna talk about Stevie J and Jocelyn because who gives a fuck, okay? They went to court, whatever. Moving on from that, we get Jock, Tommy, and Dime. Jock is at a club performing some song or whatever. Don't ask me my opinion because I kind of zoomed out a little bit, so y'all tell me how y'all feel about the song, the little bit that you heard or whatever. Anyways, he's saying how he's taking a break from Carly Red after 2, you know, disastrous double dates or whatever. But he's kicking it with Tommy right about now. Dime still don't know what the hell is going on between Tommy and Jock, but somebody gonna have to tell her something. And, you know, Dime, she's like, you know, is this like a get back at Carly Red or whatever? Excuse me. And Tommy is like, you know, she's claiming, you know, this is not about her or whatever. Jock is cool as fuck or whatever. Tommy, you know damn well you're trying to get back to Carly. Stop fucking playing, okay? But anyways, Tommy is like, I mean, it's none of Carly's business, right? Or whatever. And Jock is pretty much feeling the same way. Like, he's single or whatever. It's nobody's business about what the fuck he doing, this, that, and the third. Dime feels like Jock should be the one to tell Carly before she has to, you know, tell Carly or whatever. So Jock is like, look, I got enough drama. What happened? You know, he asked Tommy, what happened between you and Treasure or whatever? And, you know, Tommy is like, I mean, you know, she's trying to figure out, you know, how did he find out about that? And, you know, he's like, well, Treasure shadows under me and everything, this, that, and the third, you know, at the radio station. That's how I found out. Tommy is like, I mean, the bitch got out of line. I had to slap her up a little bit. Oh, well, I just trying to make her a motherfucking fruit salad. You know what I'm saying? And she got out of pocket, so I had to, you know, make her do what it do. Pretty much what she was saying. So, you know, Dime is like, what's going on? You know, I thought you was trying to make a change and everything. And Tommy is like, I mean, I am, but it's going to take some motherfucking time. I'm not going to let nobody come at me any old kind of way, you know. And she invites them to her wine tasting and everything. And Tommy lets them know that she's going to slow down on her drinking or whatever. She's working on that. But she wants to get them drunk, pretty much. So, whatever. Moving on from that, we get this sit down with Sierra and Horaya. So, you know, Mariah, she's been blowing up Sierra's phone or whatever to talk and get her side of the story out there. And, you know, Sierra, she's like, you know, I gave myself a couple of days to cool down. This is not just no boyfriend and girlfriend type of shit. You know, I'm married. Do you understand that? And Mariah's like, I mean, yeah, I do, but I don't feel like he does or whatever. And Ciara was like, I mean, if you did, you wouldn't have participated in this shit or whatever. And, you know, Mariah feels like that Shooter is not telling the full truth. And, you know, Mariah is pretty much telling her about, you know, the whole situation where they was at the book signing and how she had to take him home and how one thing led to another. Ciara is in denial about it, saying Mariah is lying and saying how she got a body of a 13-year-old. Now, I got a little offended here because, bitch, I got a body of a 13-year-old and I ain't ashamed to admit it. God damn it, okay? I'm like, don't be sitting up here coming at all of us, you know, real small frame girls that ain't really got shit, you know, ain't really got boobs and ass or whatever just because you married this bitch. You feel what I'm saying? But her saying that as well, my whole thing is, you saying she got a body of a 13-year-old, but that didn't stop your husband from participating. Even if she did make the first move, that did not stop your husband from participating and fucking her. Like, come on. So her even saying that just really didn't even make no sense. Like, a dude like that, he gonna fuck anything that he can, you know, get his hands on, or fuck anything that, you know, he feel like is appeasing him at the time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he don't care about that. He don't care about that shit. As long as the bitch got a vagina, he gonna fuck it, okay? So anyways, they start going back and forth, whatever. You know, Ciara hits her with the purse because Mariah is like, you know what, I was trying to spare you and everything, but now I just take you as a joke and da. That's why I got, you know, y'all money, and, you know, just saying a whole bunch of reckless shit out of her mouth or whatever. And they sitting up here holding Mariah back instead of the wife. That's why, like, oh, I tell you, some of these storylines, child, it's just so it's just so obvious that the shit is fake, or it just really make you real questionable about the shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, Tammy, she's talking to Charlie in her room. You know, Charlie is telling her about the date that she had with Walker and how she misses him and all this other stuff. Tammy understands that, but she tells her, if a man don't treat you like a queen, sometimes you gotta walk away or take a break or whatever. Charlie is talking about him buying gifts and taking her to restaurants and stuff like that. Tammy tells her it's not just about material things, it's about, you know, trust and all this other stuff. And Charlie's like, well, you know, I trust Walker or whatever. I said, ooh, poor thing. She don't even understand right now. She really don't understand right now. But, you know, Charlie is pretty much begging Tammy to consider going on a date with him or whatever, this, that, and the third. I said, poor thing. I said, Walker, I mean, considering the fact that Tammy done took him back, Walker, you better not fuck it up this time, okay? I mean, you done fucked up multiple times and this woman done took you back, but, I mean, seriously, like, come on now. But, anyways, we have this little quick thing with Jocelyn and Stevie J. They on opposite sides of town, reading the DNA test. Like I said, we already know he's the father, and they talking about all this child support and custody and all this other nonsense that I don't really care about right about now. So we get to Tommy's wine tasting. You know, Rashida, Mimi, Dime, Tammy, Scrappy, and Jock. They show up. Scrappy is shocked. Scrappy and Jock are both shocked to see Rashida there, considering everything that's been going on with her. Jock, he feels kind of weird, you know, because he knows all of Rashida's business or whatever, and he wish he didn't. You know, Scrappy is asking her how she feels and everything. Right now, Rashida is just trying to be positive. She's not really trying to talk about nothing for real. KK shows up despite the fact that she feels like this shit is a bad idea. KK calls Scrappy Dappy Doo on the phone, and you know, he's congratulating Tommy and everything on her new business venture or whatever. You know, Tommy got that look in her eye. You could tell she still has feelings for Scrap or whatever, you know, but she say she a thug, she hard or whatever, you know what I'm saying? She a G, so she gonna keep it, you know, kosher. So anyways, we get lovely Mimi to show up as well. Tommy is introducing her to the group. You know, Tommy is giving this speech or whatever about how she appreciates them and how, you Stevie J's Mimi is proud of her or whatever, and appreciates the fact that she is trying to be a better person and trying to do better. You know, Tommy, she feels like, you know, she's happy that Mimi says this to her, because she feels like people that's known her forever is not as supportive and everything. Or why would she say that they paying the camera to Karen? So anyways, I said, ooh, the shade. But anyway, so next thing you know, lovely Mimi is spilling the beans yet again on Dime Piece, saying, so what's up with you, girl? I haven't seen you since Jocelyn's photo shoot or video shoot or whatever. And you know, everybody put their head down like this bitch or whatever. And you know, lovely Mimi is like, what? Why y'all looking like that? And Scrappy he like, oh God, like, oh Lord, you know, you done open up a can of worms you don't need to open. So, you know, Tommy is like, so you been fucking around with Jocelyn and everything, and Dime thinks that, you know, Jocelyn has turned over a new leaf like Tommy or whatever. Next thing you know, Tammy, she interjects or whatever. She's like, you know, who did your nails and everything? And Dime sitting up here talking about, you know, Tammy. At first, I thought she was talking about somebody else, but come to find out, she talking about Tammy, calling her a Miss Piggy looking dog face ass bitch or something like that. She said, you know, talking about how Tammy interrupting because you don't like what I'm saying or whatever. I'm just like, girl, what? Like, you don't even make sense right now. Like, you act like she just said something, like she said something just real out the way. All she said was, who the fuck did your nails? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, because she asked, like I said, she asked who did her nails. She thought maybe lovely Mimi might have did them. And she's like, no, she don't come to me, honey. In her little, you know, Vietnamese, you know, accent or whatever you want to, or interpretation, whatever you want to call it. So anyways, you know, she like, you know, just because Tammy got beef with Jocelyn don't mean she got to start with me, especially when she know I don't like her. Did I miss something here? Because I could have sworn that Tammy and Dime never had an issue on the, like, I mean, but anyways, we gonna get into it in a minute as to why Dime doesn't like Tammy all of a sudden or whatever. But anyways, Dime tells, you know, and I think, you know, because earlier on Dime was telling, you know, Tommy how, you know, the wine was kind of strong and everything. So I kind of think that Dime might have been drunk a little bit or whatever, and she just instantly popped off at the person that she, you know, the minute that the person that she don't like say something, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just popped off. But anyways, you know, she's telling Tammy to calm down or whatever, and Tammy is like, huh? I just asked who did your nails. Like, what are you talking about? It's not that serious. You know, like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And Dime, she said something slick to Tammy. I couldn't hear what she said. Tammy tells her to sit the fuck down. They going back and forth. Tammy gets up trying to throw some wine at Dime or whatever. I said, hold on now, don't throw the wine. Could have passed me that shit through the TV. I would have, you know what I'm saying? Don't throw no good wine, child. But anyway, so Dime is talking about how I don't throw drinks. You know, I beat bitches' asses, this, that, and the third. Tammy is like, you know, I don't know what the problem is. All I tried to do was change the subject because of the fact that this is Tommy's event. And I know she don't rock with Jocelyn like that. But you're not about to sit up here and punk me like I'm some bitch, because I'm not. They still going back and forth, you know. Dime, she explains that Tammy, you know, got wrong with her one day because she's, you know, in her DMs or whatever, because she said that ladies over 30 shouldn't wear color hair. I mean, you don't see Nicki Minaj wearing color hair like that. No, I know she still wear it sometimes, but she don't wear it like that no more. But I mean, if, to me, it's not that wasn't that serious for you to just say, oh, I don't like her or whatever. If you had a problem with it, you could have talked to her about it face to face like a mature adult, you know, just y'all two or whatever. But for you to just straight up say, oh, I don't like her now because she said something as simple as that, like, girl, please. So anyways, you know, Dime got the nerve to sit up here and call Tammy a pass around. Tammy like, bitch, I've been married to the same nigga for 5 fucking years. Like, fuck out of here. If anything, Walker is a pass around. I'm just saying. So anyways, Tommy, she kicks Dime out or whatever. She like, oh, she want to be Jocelyn friend or whatever. Throws a drink on her or whatever, you know, Dime trying to, you know, get at Tommy or whatever. And Tommy is like, you know, I'm out on bail because of this bitch Jocelyn or whatever. Like, you sound like an informant right now. And honestly, I do fear where Tommy is coming from. I'm normally the type of person where, bitch, I'm a grown ass woman. I'll be friends with whoever the fuck I want to be friends with. But in this particular situation, I understand, because I mean, shit, Jocelyn, you know, did get her locked up, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. And on top of that, you was sitting up, like Tommy said, you was sitting up here talking cash money shit about this bitch, and now you and you know, talking about how I shouldn't be friends with her or whatever, and then you want to turn around and be friends with her. Like, where the fuck they do that at? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you know, Tommy apologizes to Tammy for, you know, for Dime, because, you know, as far as she's concerned, Tammy didn't say nothing wrong, and I don't feel like Tammy said nothing wrong either. I don't feel like Tammy was trying to be on no funny shit or whatever. And, you know, she's calling, you know, Dime an indecisive bitch or whatever. Lovely Mimi, she apologizes because she didn't know, you know, she didn't know that all of that was going to happen. And, you know, she brings up, you know, Melissa hashing out issues between Jocelyn and Dime or whatever. Then that's when Mimi's radar goes up. She was like, you know, Melissa what? So, you know, Mimi, she's like that Melissa likes to straddle the fence or whatever between her and Jocelyn or whatever. And Lovely Mimi is like, well, I'm cool with Jocelyn and everything. You know, I didn't know what y'all went through or whatever. And Mimi is like, yeah, but Melissa does though. You know what I'm saying? And Mimi is like, that's why I was looking at Dime confused when she's sitting up here talking about something she cool with Jocelyn all of a sudden, because she did her dirty as well as everybody else in here or whatever. So they do another toast or whatever, this, that, and the third. Next thing you know, Tommy's mama shows up. And that was the end of the episode. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, share this video, follow me on social media, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.